moms and dads. This is the show you, and especially me, have been relying on for the last month or so. This is Living on a Thin Line. It is your daily reprieve from all the lunacy that's going on in the world today. So it's your daily diversion. Daily diversion. You need to adjust that forward a little bit on the YouTube shot, Cheryl. Bring it back towards you. Bring it back towards you. And there we go. All right. I got, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. So if I look a little crazy, a little messy today, it's because all I've been doing all morning is working on my pool. Yeah, I know. I've got this strange thing in my mind of, someone who has a swimming pool during a dystopian weirdness. But I have one, and I can't let it get just filthy. That would be even more depressing. So I've been doing a lot of life hack stuff on the pool, and it seems to be working. Hello, David John. We got people starting to come on right now. We're waving back at him. Like I said, we're going to do an abbreviated show today because we have a show tonight. ComedySchools.com has a show. It is the Class Clowns Comedy Showcase. Class Clowns Comedy Showcase at 7 p.m. It is pretty much filled up, unfortunately, but we're going to be making announcements. We're going to be making announcements tomorrow night at 7 p.m. about upcoming Zoom shows that you will be able to watch. We'll be making announcements about upcoming Zoom shows. Saturday night, we'll be making announcements. Zoom shows that you're going to be able to watch, that you'll be able to purchase tickets to, that you'll be able to see some of the best comics, I think, in the nation on Zoom on a regular basis. So like I said, today is an abbreviated show. Hello, Shale Brenner. Hello, Jerry Vicich. Hello to all of you. We're only going to go 15 minutes today because we got a busy day. But tomorrow night at 7 p.m. will be the special Comedy Jubilee. Let me show you today's autograph. All right, so we have decided to build the show around a couple things. Memorabilia I have sitting around this house that means something to me, and then recommending certain musicians based off of our vast vinyl collection. And I got a couple interesting ones for you today. So here's our first autograph, by the way. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where did it go? Where did it go? I'm looking for, Cheryl, can you?
I don't know what you're looking for.
All right, I don't have it, and we're not going to find it. So that solves that problem. There is no autograph memorabilia today. I was looking for, Cheryl, the thing that's this size that is not this. It should be right behind the door there. But we're going to have it here in a second. So we're running late primarily. Yeah, that one right there. You can see right there. Not that one, not the other one. Here we go. We're nothing if not professional. It's my fault because I'm always going at the last minute going, let's do this. Let's do this. But we're getting it done. Kevin Brown says, Tony's late. It's my fault. It kind of is, Kev. Kev does what we all do. I do it all the time. People go, I got to go. I go, okay, just one more thing. So people go, I missed a plane one time because someone goes, I just got one more thing to ask you. And it was like important to them and it was going on. And I go, I just missed my plane. And they go, yeah, but I need to ask you. Anyway, you know what? It's all okay. We're all learning such new ways to do things. So, all right, here's our autograph memorabilia for today. Here it is. Take a look. Take a look. There you go, YouTubers. There you go, Facebook Live friends. What are we looking at? We are looking at an autograph of Arizonan Glenn Campbell. It says, hi, Tony, all the best, Glenn Campbell. Made directly to me, and I did the same thing. I'll show it to you here again on YouTube with this that I did with the Fleetwood Mac autograph that my brother Jerry got me. Is I had an album. It was Glenn Campbell's "Gentle on My Mind." I took the cover, and then I took the little piece of cardboard that the autograph was on, and I took them to a framing store. And I had them matted and framed, and therefore now I got a cool piece of art. Not that much different from what people that sell memorabilia and collectibles do. If you've ever been walking through a mall or you're at a sporting event and there'll be a table full of collectibles and memorabilia, they've gotten the autograph and then just fancied it up. So that's what I did. I got a Glenn Campbell album that I had laying around for a long time. Got the autograph. How did I get that autograph? You are asking. I know you are. I'm going to tell you. Hold on. I'm going to put this aside now. I got it because a friend of ours named Josh McDermott, who was in our workshops for about 5 years, and is now a regular on AMC's The Walking Dead and has been a regular on that for about 6 years, was working as the producer for a radio station and working for a morning show as a producer. And people would come in, and one day he goes, hey, you know what? I know a guy who'd love to have your autograph, and told Glenn Campbell about it and got me the autograph. So that was kind. Just like my brother Jerry got me the Mick Fleetwood autograph. That was kind. Kindness rules, ladies and gentlemen. Kindness rules. Like I said, if I seem a little harassed and harried today, and if I look a little bit of a mess, it's because all this morning, we're in kind of a good mood today. I'm probably contributing to everyone's stress a little bit, and I apologize for that. Kind of a good mood because we're able to take our dog Roscoe to the vet yesterday, get taken care of, whatever's taken wrong with him. My big problem with my dog Roscoe right now is that I have spoiled him, and all he wants to do is eat food from my hand from the table, and he won't eat his dog food, and we're going to have to address that. But his health issues have been resolved, and that makes me feel good. So got up this morning, got out of bed, ran a comb across my head, boom, 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 boom. And we had breakfast, and then I walked this run, or he walked me. I never know with a dog like this if I'm walking the dog or the dog is walking me. But we do go around in our favorite circles. So I did that. And then I started working on my pool. I still haven't gotten to applying for the Payroll Protection Act SBA loan. Of course, it's out of money right now. And a few hours before it was out of money, Wells Fargo goes, we are now accepting these applications. Then I got guidance on what's needed for the applications. So I guess this weekend, tomorrow, I'll finally begin doing it and hope that they refund it even more. So that's been my, day so far. Besides making sure that we had Zoom on one of our most modern computers so we can put on great shows tonight and continue to do great Zoom comedy shows for you guys a little bit later on. Let's, unless you have questions, get to the music. What music am I going to recommend today? Okay. Once again, a little out of the box, not classic rock and roll, not stuff that was big hits in the 60s or 70s or 80s, but a little bit offbeat. Here's our first record. Everybody sit? Everybody sit? All right. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is Coltrane on Prestige 7105. This is John Coltrane's first solo record. Side one is a song called Bacchae, Violets for Furs, and Time Was. Side two is Straight Street, While My Lady Sleeps, and Chronic Blues. Now, the thing with most jazz records is they don't have that pop hook, so it's not something we sing along to. But if you've never listened to John Coltrane, if you are not familiar with John Coltrane, start out not with his first album, although you could, okay? But you want to start out with A Love Supreme. A Love Supreme. A Love Supreme. One of the great artists of the 20th century, a stunning player, a man who created completely new sounds heretofore never heard before. It will make you fall in love with jazz. By the way, if you've never listened to jazz and you're going, I don't know if I can really get into jazz, but you're starting to get older in your 40s, maybe you're looking for something different to listen to, you're younger, start out with Dave Brubeck with Take 5. Okay, then move forward into Charlie Parker, and then from Charlie go into John, listen to Thelonious Monk, and there you'll be off to the races, okay? You listen to Lester Young, so many great jazz musicians. I highly recommend John Coltrane, anything by John Coltrane. Don't start out with Africa. It'll jumble your skull. It'll fry your egg. Start out with A Love Supreme, or start out by Googling or YouTubing his first album, Coltrane, Prestige 7105. And on the cover of this album, we see a man at the beginning of an incredible musical journey. Played with so many great guys. Of course, played with Miles. Anybody worth a damn in that day played with Miles. John Coltrane. What is our second recommendation? Our second recommendation is one y'all kind of know, you kind of love, and if you don't know him, get to know him because you'll love him. Ladies and gentlemen, the Reverend Al Green. That's right. Look at that, YouTubers. Reverend Al Green. I have my Al Green album right here, ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com. This is called Al Green Green Blues. It's a cover. The cover is him singing live. Side one is One Woman. Talk to Me, My Girl, The Letter. I Stand Accused. Side two, Got to Find a New World. What am I going to do with myself? Tomorrow's Dream. Get Back, Baby. Get Back. And Summertime. So The Letter, of course, which all of us know from Joe Cocker or even from the Box Tops. And, of course, Summertime, the great George Gershwin tune that my generation knew through Janis Joplin. So this does not contain the massive big hits by Al Green. You know, let's get together. I'm something with you. Whatever you want to do, it's all right by me. All right, see, that's why I do this and I don't sing. Okay, but let's go back and listen to the Reverend Al. The Reverend Al Green. Don't talk to me about no grits, Al Green. There's always the famous story of his wife finding out that he was engaging perhaps in some dalliances, that he was engaging in activities outside of school, so to speak, and got mad and grabbed off the stove a pot of grits and threw them right on his face. Not too long after that, he became the Reverend Al Green. Such great songs, Take Me to the River and many others. So what we're doing here is we're talking about music that maybe you knew and forgot. But if you haven't heard it, music that you can then learn something new. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Our two recommendations today, John Coltrane and Al Green. Like I said, today's show, short show, still got tons to do. And I got to take a breather so I don't put my stress out on my wife, which I've already done today. And I apologize for that. But we got a great show tonight at 7 p.m. The ComedySchools.com Class Clowns Comedy Showcase. And tomorrow night, and that one is pretty full already. Tomorrow night, I'll be announcing upcoming shows that you'll be able to watch on Zoom with some of my favorite comics in the country. Some of my favorite comics in the country for your listening and viewing pleasure. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any answers? Anything at all? I showed you my Glenn Campbell autograph. I told you how I made it into a work of art. All right. I recommend it. Al Green. I recommend it. John Coltrane. If you have a question right now, I will answer it. And if not, I'm going to tell you your joke of the day. This is your joke of the day. You ready? Here we go. Joke of the day. A salesman is driving through the countryside. It's a long winding road coming from high on a hill going down. At the bottom of the hill, he's able to see as he's winding down the road slowly a farmer standing under an apple tree with several pigs at his feet. As he's driving along, he's going, what am I looking at? What am I seeing? He slows down and takes a look, drives a little closer, slows down, takes a look. And what he sees is that the farmer is picking up each pig individually, holding it over his head and letting the pig eat an apple out of the tree. Once the pig has consumed the apple, he sets the pig down. He then reaches for another pig, lifts that pig up to the apple tree and lets that pig eat an entire apple, sets it down over and over. The salesman watches this for 15, 20 minutes. He goes, that guy's nuts. I got to go over and mess with that guy. So he drives down to where the farmer is standing under the apple tree, surrounded by pigs, gets out of his car, walks over and leans up against the fence and goes, hey, Farmer Brown. Farmer looks and goes, talking to me? Yeah, you, Farmer Brown. He goes, well, what can I do for you for? He goes, what are you doing there? He goes, well, I'm feeding my pigs. He goes, yeah, I see that. He goes, but let me ask you a question. Wouldn't it save time if instead of lifting the pigs up to the tree and letting each one eat an apple by itself, you were to pull all the apples down, throw them on the ground, and let the pigs eat them like that? The farmer stared off in the distance for a moment, pondered, and then he looked the salesman right in the eye and goes, sure, but what's time to a pig? Okay, that's your joke for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I got to go. I got a full day. I hope you have a full day too. Let's try to take it a little easy this weekend. Virgie Frank is watching. This may be one of the first times Virgie has been watching the show. One of my favorite cousins from Illinois, a member of the Vicich clan. Virgie, we got to go now, but tune in tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Special show, special announcements. Great story about my time hanging out with Steve Jones and the Sex Pistols, and my all-time favorite autograph memorabilia that I have in this home. Until then, you guys, love you very much. Stay safe, okay? Stay physically distant, but stay emotionally close. All right? See you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Bye-bye. All right, YouTubers. See you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Bye-bye. I got to take a little nap. I got Mary today at 4. I might have Carrie at 5. Roscoe. I apologize about my stress factors.
Just don't want to be on the camera when we have it out. I hate that.
You what?
I don't want to be on that camera when you.
Yeah. Well.
You know I don't like that.
get on for like an hour before I have Mary.
All right.
How are we on Wi-Fi?
I can do this later. I guess I will. It's not going to be something. They can always